dark side.
May the Force be with you.
It's a very bad feeling about this.
We would be honored if you would join us.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it? Chewie, we're home. The Force will be with you.
Hey everyone, welcome to Force Talk, where we talk all things Star Wars, from the movies to the TV shows and everything in between. My name is Trey Mitchell, and I'm joined here by my co-host Josh. Josh, we just got Star Wars Celebration, a week ago? We'll get into what happened in Star Wars Celebration, but what were your overall thoughts on it, just getting it started?
Disappointing.
Really?
One word, disappointing. It was.
What disappointed you? Okay, so what did you expect going into Star Wars Celebration?
I expected at least a Rogue One trailer. That's like.
Technically, there was one.
No, that I actually got to see.
Yeah.
Like, not leaked. Like, actually got to see. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I was just expecting, and we didn't get that.
Well, we'll get into that further, but I just wanted to ask you that to start off with. So, if you guys are new to the show, basically all we do on this show is we talk about Star Wars. So, if there's news, we're going to cover it, and that's pretty much it. So, if you guys don't know what Star Wars Celebration is, it is basically the biggest Star Wars, or the only Star Wars convention, basically, ever. It's once a year. It's held by Star Wars. It's official and everything. Last year was pretty amazing. I didn't go, but I watched it all. Last year we got a bunch of stuff from a new Force Awakens trailer that pretty much blew everyone's heads off because we got Chewie, we're home at the end, and it was pretty incredible. But this Star Wars Celebration is a different story. We're gonna talk about whether it was great or bad later. But the first thing that happened at this year's Star Wars Celebration was we got a Rogue One panel. And Rogue One is obviously the movie coming out this December. It is about how the Rebels stole the plans to the Death Star to lead up to Episode 4. And we got a lot of the cast. We got basically all of the cast on the panel. And we got Ben Mendelsohn came out as director Orson Krennic in his costume with a bunch of Death Troopers. That was really, really cool. We got Kathleen Kennedy. We got Gareth Edwards. And then, surprisingly enough, Gwendolyn Christie hosted the panel, so that was great. But now we're going to go into what happened at that panel. So they gave us a little bit of news. We got some concept art. We got some story details from each character. Diego Luna said some stuff about his character. Riz Ahmed said how his character is actually Imperial pilot, and he has left. He's still like working for the Empire, but he's a traitor because what he said is like everyone needs a job. They don't always like their job, but they need a job, and that's what the Empire is. But we also got a Rogue One sizzle reel, as everyone loves sizzle. But before we talk about that, there was a spoiler that came out of this, and I don't want to say what it was because if people don't want to hear it, that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't want to hear it either. But Josh, did you hear it?
Yeah.
You heard the spoiler?
Yeah.
What did you think? Like, what was your reaction when it happened? Well,
I can't believe he said that.
Were you watching it live?
No, I overslept. I woke up like 4 hours after the panel ended.
Yeah, see, I woke up at 4 a.m. Yeah, that was. But actually, before this Rogue One panel, actually, we got a Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill hosted a panel, and he was great. He was amazing. Mark Hamill is so talented. I really hope that we see him next year at Celebration. But
we definitely will.
Yeah, I really hope so. I would pay a lot of money. I'd pay like $200 to get a picture with him, to be honest.
I wouldn't.
Dude, he's Mark Hamill.
Not
not $200, but I'd pay $100.
Outside the hotel room.
What'd you say?
I said I would go follow his car and then wait outside the hotel room.
Oh yeah.
Ask for a picture. I'm not paying $200.
Well, anyways, so we heard the spoiler. I was watching live and I heard him say that and I was like, I must have just heard something wrong because he just said this character died. So that's the spoiler. A certain character died. I'm not gonna say who, but and the person that said it is doesn't speak a lot of English. He's Asian. He doesn't speak great English, but he said a certain character dies. He said when he basically said, and I'm not going to spoil anything, I promise. He basically said, when this character dies, I get mad and I do something special. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then watching Alan Tudyk's face while this actor said that spoiler is amazing. He's like, I can't illustrate his face over audio, but it was really funny. And then they completely Star Wars was streaming it, and then they didn't upload it to their YouTube page, which they uploaded everything else. So it's basically lost in space. But if you saw it, you saw it. So that pretty much pissed me off. But anyways, after that we got the Rogue One sizzle reel, and then we got a trailer after. So let's talk about this sizzle reel. Josh, what did you think of it overall? And what was your favorite part of it?
Overall, I really liked that sizzle reel. I thought it was really cool. A lot of cool behind the scenes stuff. That's what I like seeing that stuff, but I wanted the trailer, not a sizzle reel. I would have liked both. But my favorite part of the sizzle reel, I've probably just seen stormtroopers, like seeing classic stormtroopers again during it. I don't know, I really like that. Like the river scene, or that I don't know what it's called. It was like a helicopter kind of scene, like that little short guy, alien or something, making that laugh. I couldn't stop laughing during that. Like what?
Yeah, that was really funny scene. Okay, yeah. So the Rogue One sizzle reel. So you were overall pretty happy with it?
Yeah, I was happy with the sizzle reel. I liked it. I just wanted a trailer. So.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I agree with you. My favorite part of it, okay, so I'm gonna start rewind that part. So, I liked it, but the part I didn't like is I think you can make almost anything look cool if you put it in slow motion, and that's why I don't like in trailers when they use a lot of slow motion, because I just think it's a gimmick. So this trailer really heavily, or this sizzle reel really heavily featured a lot of slow motion stuff with Jen Erso and Bodhi, whatever Diego Luna's character is, running and stuff, and that was okay. But yeah, that little guy in the helicopter shooting and screaming, that was so funny. I love that.
Yeah.
But generally, I think what I really got out of it is that it definitely is a war film. I mean, one of my favorite parts of that thing, the sizzle reel, was there's a guy during the behind the scenes part of it where he's like, the X-Wing shoots the AT-AT in 3, 2, 1, boom. I thought that was really cool. That was great. And then I haven't seen the sizzle reel in a little bit because there's been so much other Comic-Con stuff. We'll talk about that in a future episode of Hero Talk. Oh my gosh, so much. But yeah, I really did like it. My favorite part was probably that little dude in the chopper, because that was just amazing. I really wanted to see Darth Vader in it though.
No, I didn't think we would see Darth Vader in
a looking back, they should have shown us Darth Vader because they didn't show him in the trailer to us.
Well, we should have seen the trailer that Vader was in.
I saw it, really crappy version, and it was not.
I did too.
It was not that cool. They had 2 new shots.
They should have just released it.
I understand. So this is my this is my biggest problem with what they did. If Disney said to start Celebration off, we're going to show you guys footage, but it's not going to be released to anyone else, that's different. But they didn't say that, so everyone was misled, and everyone in the United States woke up early to watch that crap, and we didn't get anything, and that's why I just think Disney... Okay, so I don't want to bring up Comic-Con because that's not Star Wars related, but in my opinion, Disney is 0 for 2 on cons this year because they really messed up Celebration, in my opinion. People that went there, I think they had a lot of fun just because of the atmosphere, but we didn't get crap news out of it, and I really expected that we did. I mean, Star Wars Rebels was the main thing, and we're going to talk about that, but going on the Marvel side of Disney, they showed a Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, Spider-Man Homecoming footage, and didn't release it to anyone, and I just don't think that's right, because a lot of people can't afford to... It's not even that people can't afford to go to Comic-Con. Most people can't, but some can. It's that you can't go because tickets sell out so fast. And I just hate when places don't show everyone the footage, because then it leaks. I mean, we didn't get any leaks yet from Spider-Man: Homecoming, but that's not how you want fans to see it. And I mean, if you are only going to show it to a select audience, you don't tell them to don't record it 3 seconds before you start. You say it going into the panel, because then everyone's going to record it if they're smart or not smart, depending on who you ask. But
yeah,
that's my problem with how they handled at least this Rogue One segment. And I'm going to talk about how they handled the future filmmakers segment, because that was awful too. But overall, Rogue One sizzle reel, I liked it a lot. We didn't get a lot from it, in my opinion, but we got that feel of a war movie, which I think Disney really tried to sell us on because of the reports. 40% of the movie is getting reshot, this and that. But in my opinion, what I really took away from it is that it still does feel like a war film, and I'm happy about that. So, in my opinion, the best part of Star Wars Celebration was about this one character who has a blue face. And shut up, James Cameron, I'm not talking about your franchise, I'm talking about Grand Admiral Thrawn. And Grand Admiral Thrawn, if you don't know who that is, he was the main antagonist in the Timothy Zahn trilogy. That was a sequel trilogy to the original trilogy. I keep saying trilogy a lot, which was called Heir to the Empire. And Heir to the Empire was basically the only Star Wars that people got from the time that Return of the Jedi ended until when The Phantom Menace started. There was a time period in between those two films when all we really had, I can't say we because I wasn't born until 1998, is the Heir to the Empire trilogy. So those books, Josh, have you read those books? I don't think you have, right?
No, I didn't read Heir to the Empire.
Okay. Well, they're good. Thrawn's really good in it, but so let's go back to Star Wars Rebels. So the season 3 trailer overall, we get a ton of stuff in this trailer. It starts out with Ezra saying Ahsoka, because apparently that's the last time we might see her. Dave Filoni said some stuff about that, which we can talk about later. But we got a ton of stuff from this Star Wars from this Rebels season 3 trailer. So I made a bunch of notes about this trailer, so things that we saw. So let's just go through each one. So we see Ezra's new hair. What do you think of it? What do you think it symbolizes anything?
I think it's cool. I don't think it symbolizes anything. I just think he's got a cool haircut.
I think his short hair doesn't necessarily symbolize something, but it means that he's changing. The holocron has changed him. It's more he looks more militaristic. And with his new haircut, we also get his new green lightsaber. So that is definitely a big change from his blue lightsaber / phaser gun. Not phaser, that's Star Trek. / blaster. Do you like his new... I just saw Star Trek Beyond, so sorry. But do you like his new green lightsaber?
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that he has a green lightsaber. I think it's cool. I'm so glad. I like the green lightsabers better than the blue. I've always been more of a fan of the green, so I'm just happy we get to see more green lightsabers.
Yeah, and it's definitely interesting because the only two characters I can remember that are not Jedi Masters that wield a green lightsaber were Ahsoka and Ezra. So I wonder if Ahsoka had some kind of input to Ezra's green lightsaber. Probably not, but probably just Dave Filoni doing something that Dave Filoni does. Yeah, and then we see in that clip where Ezra does a weird spin and then cuts down some stormtroopers. That was pretty cool. That was really cool. But with Ezra's change means that Kanan also looks different, because if you guys did not see the end of season 2, sorry, slight spoilers, but one of our favorite characters, Kanan Jarrus, gets blinded or seemingly blinded by Darth Maul. And so Kanan definitely looks, when I saw the trailer, I said I think he looks more like a samurai, and I think that's what they're going for, because he has something that goes over, it's almost like Ezra's that helmet Luke wears when he's first practicing on the Millennium Falcon with the lightsaber and that droid? Yeah. Do you know how that blind...
Yeah, it looks like the mask Kanan's wearing.
Yeah. It looks like they took that part out and just Kanan's using it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So Kanan looks different. And then I saw in this one clip that isn't a trailer, but it's like Kanan and... Ezra going to the space station to meet Maul, and Maul says, Kanan, I never meant to blind you, and then Kanan's like, yeah, you meant to kill me. So Maul is definitely two-faced, but Kanan looks a lot different. I really do like how he looks. then we see a little bit of Rex with his helmet on. I think that was really, really cool for me to see.
Yeah, that was great. I love seeing more of Rex with the helmet on because of Clone Wars. So
yeah, and then Rex says something to the likes of, "This is the last day in the Grand Army of the Republic," and I thought that was a great line. And then we also got Hondo, and I thought Hondo was great in this trailer. I know some people don't like him, but I thought he was really funny. I mean, we see the scene with Hondo where Ezra and what's his name? The green guy.
Hondo?
No, the guy on the Ghost.
Which Zeb?
Yeah, Zeb. So
okay.
we see. I'm bad at names. So we see Ezra and Zeb, and then Zeb's like, "Okay, so are we gonna split the treasure?" And then Hondo's just laughing. He's like, "Oh, that was funny, great one." I thought that was good. Did you like that part?
I remember that. Yeah, Hondo's great. I love Hondo, so I'm just glad to see Hondo more.
I like him and Ezra's like dynamic.
Yeah, they have a really good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of the Obi-Wan Hondo relationship in Clone Wars. I love that.
My friend.
Obi-Wan and Hondo, their back and forth in Clone Wars was just amazing, and to see like Ezra and Hondo kind of have that kind of back and forth in Rebels is just great too.
Yeah. So, and then we get the part of the trailer where Thrawn and this new chick, Thrawn saying, we need some reinforcements, or we need some help. And then we hear the backdrop of like, or we see like the silhouette of this character like looking at a hologram, and then we keep seeing that like more and more, and then we hear someone say like, to defeat an enemy, you must know them, not simply their battle tactics, but their history, philosophy, art. And if you guys haven't read or don't know who Thrawn is amazing of a character because he's an intellectual character. That's how he's so great. He is a tactician. He is a master planner, and what he does is he doesn't just, like in his phrase, he doesn't just study the way people fight. He studies the art of their home world, because he thinks that you can really get a lot from the art of a home world of someone and their philosophy, history, art, and that's really encompasses the character of Thrawn. So right when they started saying that, I'm like, I know that it has to be Thrawn. But so the reveal of Thrawn, Josh, what did you think when you saw it?
Oh my god, I loved it. I freaked out. I kind of knew it was coming, because like there was the rumors about Thrawn, so when they were like, you have to know your enemy, I'm like, oh, Thrawn.
Yeah.
And that was just great. Great to see Thrawn.
When Dave Filoni teased that there's going to be a new characters from Legends coming into season 3, I thought it was either going to be Revan or Thrawn. I still think we're getting Revan. I think Ezra's holocron is Revan's.
Yeah, probably. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm. So Thrawn's introduction, it was just amazing, man. Like, I don't think he looks like perfect. I think he looks a little too much like Megamind, just with his forehead.
Oh my god, he does.
Right?
Oh my god, I never even saw that. He really does.
Yeah, his forehead is just a little weird for me, but that's fine. That's the animation. And yeah, but so we're gonna come back to Star Wars Rebels in a little bit, but we also got some news about a Thrawn novel, and the person who's going to be writing this novel is no one other than Timothy Zahn, who created the character and is famous for writing books about him that include him. So Josh, you saw this cover. The cover art alone is freaking amazing. We see basically Thrawn's face. Now that looks a lot more like Thrawn to me personally. What his face looks like in the cover of the book. But what was your reaction to hearing this, and what do you think the story is going to be about?
I was so happy when we heard Thrawn. When we got a Thrawn book, like there was like that moment where like I was watching the panel live, and there was that moment where he's like, Timothy Zahn's like, I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I'm working on my book Thrawn. I was like, wait, did he just? He's like, wait. I was like, wait. Did he just announce a new book? And then they play the trailer, and I'm like, wait. Or no, it was like a whole scene where Timothy Zahn was working on the the show, and I was like, wait, did he just announce a new book or something? And then Dave Filoni's like, okay, we have a new book or Thrawn, and then they make it official. Like, it was just such a cool moment how they did it, and it didn't seem like intentional, but I just started like laughing. I was like, it's like, wait, like go back to that. And then, but I'm so happy that Timothy Zahn, I haven't read Heir to the Empire, but Timothy Zahn is the creator of the character, so it's only right for Timothy Zahn to write a book about the character. And I think it'll be set before Rebels. It'll be about
that was confirmed.
His origins and that kind of stuff is what I think it'll be.
So it was funny. I was at the airport because I was about to go on a plane to New York City. And I, right after that happened, I sent out this tweet, and I was quoting my dad, and I was like, "Trey, stop screaming! We are at an airport. Stop screaming!" And I was like, "No!" Everyone was like staring at me because I just have headphones, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" But personally, yeah, it's not the best place to have.
I could just
like that. Huh?
I could just picture that.
Dude, I was wearing a Star Trek shirt too. I was wearing a Star Trek shirt with my new Empire Strikes Back hat, and I walked onto the plane, and the flight attendant just looked at me weird and was like, "You seem confused." And I was like, "Yeah," but going back to this book is the single best thing that came out of Star Wars Celebration for me, because I love reading the Star Wars books. I'm like 1/3 of the way through the new Aftermath book. I just can't keep it, like, it's not holding my interest like I wanted it to, but it's still good. It's not bad. It's just like after reading Lords of the Sith and then the very next book, Lost Stars, I was spoiled. But man, I could just talk about Lost Stars for the rest of my life. But yeah, this Thrawn book, like it just sounds amazing. Zahn writing it, I keep talking about this. The cover art just was amazing. I don't know why, it was just a great picture of Thrawn. But I can't wait. I think so. Okay, this book comes out April next year, Josh. We are gonna have an insane April, because that's what Star Wars Celebration is.
I know, that's gonna be.
And my birthday.
Hopefully, Zahn's there.
Yeah, that'd be a great play. So, like, wouldn't it be cool if they, like, debuted the book for purchase there first, like, a week early?
I wouldn't be surprised. I think they did that with New Dawn.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't read that book.
I think they did that last year with New Dawn. I think that's what Kristen said or something like that.
Makes sense.
But that would be cool if they did that. I would be reading it in a hotel room.
Me too. Yeah. Well, we could just be reading the same one. But,
we'll buy the audiobook.
Yeah, I was thinking about that right as you said that. So with the introduction of Thrawn into Star Wars Rebels, this changes the story of Thrawn, because in the Heir to the Empire books, they take place after Return of the Jedi, and Thrawn in Rebels obviously takes place before A New Hope, so there's like a 10-year gap in between those movies, so Thrawn is being placed in a different part of the universe. But my question to you is, so in the Heir to the Empire books, Thrawn was out in like deep space doing some kind of mission, and that's why he wasn't present in the original trilogy. Do you think that they're going to kill this character off in whatever season of Rebels, or do you think he's going to be able to stretch and maybe they use his backstory like they did in Legends and they make him go into deep space for a while and then come back after the events of Return of the Jedi, or what do you think they're going to do to handle him?
I don't think he'll die, but I don't think we'll see him in the new movies.
Yeah, I don't mean that. I just mean, do you think he'll be alive after Return of the Jedi, or do you think he's going to die in Rebels?
I don't think he'll die in Rebels, and maybe he'll be alive after Return of the Jedi, but I don't think he dies in Rebels.
Do you think, so in the Heir, or whatever the hell the Aftermath book is, so like that Shadow Council, do you think he could be part of that Shadow Council?
That would be really cool. That would be really interesting if he was.
Except didn't. What if he's Gallius Rax?
No, that's Snoke.
Yeah, spoiler.
That's Snoke.
But yeah. So okay. So Josh, you think that Thrawn's not going to die in Rebels?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so my opinion, I think he probably will, but not this season. Do I want him to? Hell no. I think this is a character that you could use as a main villain in movies, not one movie, movies, just because of how amazing of a character he is. And the way he dies in the books is, like, he has this thing called, like, a Yasomari. It's like his pet, and it betrays him and stabs him. And if you're talking about having this brilliant dude, like the most brilliant person the Empire's ever had, so he's so brilliant that the Empire looked over racism because they really don't let anyone in the Empire except for what seemingly be Coruscanti adult males, and so a few females too, but they don't let any aliens, and Thrawn is obviously an alien. He's part of the Chist race, and he's just so brilliant. So I don't want to see the cast or the crew of the Ghost necessarily kill him. I want something, a death worthy of Thrawn, that it really takes planning to kill him, or something grand because he's Grand Admiral. But do you know what I mean? Like, he's too smart to just get outsmarted by these rebels.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Okay, but yeah, I don't think he'll survive rebels. I don't think Maul's gonna survive rebels either. I think both of them should though. But yeah, so that's our talk about Grand Admiral Thrawn. So now let's go more into this trailer for not Rogue One. I wish it was Rogue One, for Rebels Season 3. So we also got this brand new character, which really intrigued me, called Bendu. He was like, I'm the Bendu. And he said that this Bendu character looks like, Josh, you are really familiar with Avatar, The Last Airbender. This character looked like one of those big beasts in an Avatar to me. Do you know what I'm talking about? So, like, those things that Aang rides and stuff.
Yeah, he does. I can see it.
That's what Bendu looks like. But apparently,
I can see that.
Like, the fourth Doctor in Doctor Who is playing him. And I've never seen Doctor Who, so I don't know. I think his name's Tom something.
Yeah, Baker.
Tom Baker? That's cool.
Yeah.
I originally I thought the voice actor sounded like the same actor who voiced Yoda in the Clone Wars. I think they sound really similar. Yeah. But apparently not. But
I mean, all Toms sound alike.
What?
I said all Toms sound alike.
Tell that to Tom Holland. He does not sound like those two characters. But so, like, this Bendu character, he said he's a mix. He's in between the light and the dark. And he's talking to Kanan, like, what do you think? Do you have any thoughts about this character? What he could be? Anything like that?
I have no idea. I have no predictions on that character. It'll just be really interesting to see what happens. Because it intrigued me, like, what this character... It doesn't... But I don't know.
He seems really cool because he's a mix of the light and dark. And I think... Because the way really smart people in Star Wars characters... Like, the way that they talk about the Force... You can use a mix of the dark side and the light side. So, like, the Bendu mixes both, and that's the way that I feel like Luke is going to use it in Episode 8. But, like, when Jedi just use the light side of the Force and Sith just use the dark side of the Force, I think there can be that perfect balance in between, which I feel like Bendu is. And I think that's what ultimately the most powerful Jedi in history, probably Luke in Episode 8, will be using.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so after Bendu, I guess before Bendu, I forgot to talk about this, but we also get the first really look at Wedge in Season 3. I had no idea he was going to be in Season 3, but it looks like he was a Imperial pilot, and he defected to the rebels. He was along with two other people, but what was your reaction when seeing Wedge?
Pretty cool. I mean, if it makes sense, then I'm happy he's there. If it just makes sense, like, I don't want to just be thrown in because it's Wedge and it's a film character. If it makes sense with the story, then I'm happy about it.
Yeah, Lando's was kind of thrown in there.
I liked Lando's. I thought it kind of, like, it was thrown in there, but I thought it made enough sense.
Yeah.
I thought the Prince Leia one was just thrown in.
Yeah, Leia, well, like, the timeline makes sense for Leia, but just the way it happened.
Yeah, but I thought it was just thrown in. It just didn't even, like, yeah.
I didn't think she sounded like Leia at all, either.
No, she was bad.
I mean, probably better than Carrie Fisher, though. I mean, you don't want Leia to sound 60.
True.
But yeah, Wedge is
Should have gone
interesting.
like her kid or something.
Hmm?
Maybe you should have gone like her kid. I don't know if her kid sounds like her.
Billy Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, we get the introduction to Wedge. That was really cool. And then we get some talk about there being a secret. And once this secret is known, it can't be unknown. So when I heard this, I feel that secret is in the holocron, because I feel like they're trying to find the secret to destroying the Sith, which is not so easily. They obviously don't do it because we know what happens after the show ends. But do you have any idea what that secret could be?
Which secret?
So
Which one?
okay, so during the trailer, Bendu says once a secret is known, it can't be unknown. And then at the end of the trailer, we just hear Ezra saying, "The key to destroying the Sith is," and then it cuts out.
Yeah.
So what do you think this is?
I have no idea.
I think I don't think this is what they'll do, but what if the key to destroying the Sith is their own mortality?
Interesting.
So they have to die to destroy the Sith. I think that would be something interesting, because I don't know if any of these characters survive this series. I feel like Ezra and Sabine are the only characters I feel like generally can survive. Chopper maybe, but Chopper he doesn't really matter.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chopper survived. If we saw a Chopper cameo in Episode 8, I would be happy.
I wouldn't.
Why? Just seeing like a Chopper looking like droid just in the background, like he doesn't say anything. Just see him in the background, just like
Yeah, I
moving
guess
past
that'd
his-
be okay, but yeah, Chopper versus BB-8.
Just him moving in the background. That's all I want to see.
Yeah. So that secret, the secret that can't be unknown, or it can't be unknown. I think it definitely has to do with the Sith holocron. And from this trailer, we definitely get the vibe that Ezra keeps saying he wants to be more powerful so he can save his friends. And from that, I really get an Anakin vibe. I hope they don't do like the same thing though, where Ezra like wants to save the members of the Ghost Crew, so he does what Maul does, like when Maul says, so that he can save his crew, and then his crew ultimately dies and whatever. But what do you keep? So from this trailer, like, what do you think Ezra's endgame is? Does this like change your opinion of him or anything? Give you any insight?
Ezra's endgame?
Like what he's gonna
I still
become?
don't think he turns to the dark side.
How come?
Because it's Disney XD.
We just saw two characters get their heads cut off by Darth Maul, though.
Yeah, but it's by Darth Maul.
Yeah.
When did we see that?
At the end of season 2. Maul.
The Inquisitors.
Maul killed the Inquisitors.
Yeah, but like, I just don't think a beloved character
But
will
is he
turn to the
beloved?
dark side.
I don't think he is the beloved character. I think Kanan is the beloved character.
Yeah, I know, but to like little kids, like to us, Kanan's the beloved character, but to little kids, I think Ezra is.
Yeah,
and that's Disney XD's target audience.
Yeah, but do you know who Anakin was? The same thing happened to him, and that was on a much higher scale. And we were like 5 when that happened, and that didn't seem to affect us. Because
that was a movie.
But it's not different. It's a story.
I know, but like as much as I don't want him to turn to the dark side either. I just feel like it's so like everyone keeps saying that he will turn to the dark side that I just don't think he will, because like it's so much speculating. Oh, Ezra will turn to the dark side. I really don't think it'll happen. I think he'll get close to it, but I don't think he will. I don't think he'll ever turn like fully. I think he'll die saving someone if anything happens to Ezra. They'll die saving Kanan or die saving Sabine, or I don't know.
I think at the end of season 3, we see Ezra kill Darth Maul. And then from that point on, that choice of him killing Maul really will either make him go full Sith or make him just completely repulse and say, oh my gosh, what did I just do? I'm never doing this again.
I can see that.
Even though I don't want Maul to die in this, I want Maul to be in an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. But I guess he could be in both, because the timeline for Obi-Wan would be before Rebels, probably, because he's not going to be 65 years old. in the movie. But, I think that's pretty much it for this trailer. Actually, there was one other thing I noticed. We see Darth Maul wearing more of his outfit from Phantom Menace, because he actually has his shirt on. I thought that was cool. So some other news that we got out of Star Wars Celebration is we also got some little tidbits about the Ahsoka novel. So Josh, are you excited for this novel?
I'm really excited for this novel because it takes place after Clone Wars and before Rebels. Like, it takes place. What was Ahsoka doing in that timeline? I'm so excited for this book. I'm probably more excited for the Ahsoka book than I am for the Thrawn book, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, blasphemy!
I am really excited for that book.
Cool. I'm not that excited personally. I don't really care. Just because I don't really. I like Clone Wars. It's not that like anything special to me. So I know Josh likes it a lot more though.
Yeah, it's something special to me. Love.
But like we also got some. Speaking about Ahsoka, we also got some information about her possible role in upcoming seasons of Rebels. And so Dave Filoni kind of teased about it, saying that we might see her, but not necessarily like you would expect. So that could mean a Force ghost, anything. That could mean flashbacks. But we also got some trading cards that Dave Filoni drew himself. And they show Ahsoka going into like this pool and like walking into Vader's eye. But that was kind of weird. But like walking into like this pool and coming out, and Star Wars Explained did this whole video on it, so you guys should go watch that video because I'm sure they can explain it more. That's why they're called Star Wars Explained. But it was really cool, and that kind of gave some hints towards Ahsoka's fate. But what do you think her fate is? Do you think she died? Do you think what do you think she's gonna do? Her role is.
I kind of hope she's dead, just because I thought it was a perfect ending to her story. That's the only thing. It's just, I thought it was a perfect ending, and that's why I want her to be dead. But, I mean, I love Ahsoka, so I'm happy if she's back, but I'm mad because it was a great ending. But those trading cards that Dave Filoni made look like a James Bond opening. If you put them together, it just looks like a James Bond opening as Ahsoka as Bond or something. That's what I got from them, at least.
That'd be a weird movie.
But, those cards look really cool. It's just, I don't know what to make of them. It's like a Bond opening. I don't get it. Bond openings I get more, because they explain, we've seen a trailer, but I don't know what's going on with those cards. But, I mean, I don't know what Ahsoka's doing. I think she will be there, but I don't know how. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that Ahsoka did not die. I think she's gonna be trying to discover really what happened to Vader. And one thing I saw, I'm remembering this now. So there's that, Josh, have you seen the card where it shows Ahsoka walking into Vader's head?
Yeah.
So Star Wars Explained said that could be symbolizing that Ahsoka is able to find the last piece of Anakin left in Vader, and talk to it or whatever, communicate to it, and that was cool. But I don't know. I don't think she dies. I think she leaves that temple or whatever a different, she's more in tune with the Force or something. Maybe Yoda contacts her, says, "Look, Anakin's gone. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing more you can do." And I don't know, but I definitely do think that I think that they should have killed her at the end of season 2, just because I think that would have fulfilled her character arc. She was loyal to Anakin the whole time, even when it killed her, and I think that would have been a really good way to end the character. But who knows what she's gonna be doing in the future movies? Maybe in a future movie, but in the future TV shows, and in the novel that takes place before Rebels and after Clone Wars. So we also got news that Episode 8 picks up right after Episode 7, with Luke and Rey giving Luke the lightsaber, and Luke just staring at her. So that's how episode 8's gonna start. So Josh, you hear this? Picture episode 8 title or episode 8 crawl.
Oh, I thought the title's gonna be Path of the Jedi. We all know that. but the crawl. What do you mean? What it's gonna say?
Yeah, because there's no gap.
I mean, actually, yeah. What is it gonna? Is there even gonna be a crawl?
Yeah.
If there's
War.
No gap?
War! Explanation point.
I don't know.
That's it. Like the start of episode 3.
Yeah.
War.
War.
The sinister Kylo Ren has been defeated by Rey. ... And then we're here. Like,
it's probably gonna be just recapping the first movie. That's it.
Like what it should say is like, dude, you just saw episode 7. Do you really need to read this and then just go straight to Luke? That'd be funny, but that won't happen. But do you like how episode 8 picks up right after episode 7?
Yes, that. Like too.
What?
What?
What did you just say?
What'd you say?
I said, what did you think of episode 8 picking up right after episode 7?
Oh, that was the... I think it's cool. I mean, it makes sense because what would they do? What would they do? Would they just flash to where they're done training already or something like that? Like, they gotta kind of pick it up. They gotta pick it up right where episode 7 ended. So, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I think it's really cool too because I want to see what Luke says right after that.
Star Wars episode 8.
Yeah, no. But, like, I think Luke will say something like, it's been a long time since I've seen this lightsaber and since I felt a presence so strong with the Force as you, or something like that. Probably not, because I can't write, but I just...
It's like he says something like, did you bring the weed or something?
There was a hand attached to this. Where's that?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm really excited about that. But then some other news. So Kathleen Kennedy said that she doesn't think that Rogue One will have the opening crawl. What do you think about that?
I hope there's a crawl. I like the crawl. It's a Star Wars tradition. I would like to see a crawl in Rogue One, especially because it doesn't take place after Episode 7. I would like to see a crawl, but if there's not, I guess there's not.
Yeah, I personally don't want there to be a crawl because I want them to be able to differentiate the Star Wars stories and the episodes, and I think that you really want to keep the crawls just to the episode movies to really make it more special, but that's just my opinion. A lot of people are pissed about that. So maybe, I don't know. I don't, like, if people hate that there's not an opening crawl in Rogue One, they'll change it for the other ones. And then they'll go back and do a special edition where they put it in. But, so then the other piece of news is that, so Alden Ehrenreich signed a 3-picture deal, reportedly, and a lot of people are saying that this means that there's going to be a Han Solo trilogy movie, but those people are idiots. And what this means is that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a freaking trilogy. It means that he signed on to do 3 pictures. Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson was signed on to do whatever, 3 pictures, three movies. And she didn't have her own movie. She appeared in Iron Man 2, Avengers Age of Ultron, Cap, Winter Soldier, Civil War, but she didn't have her own movie. And that's what I think the case with this Han Solo thing is. I think he's going to appear in his movie. He's going to appear in, I don't think they know if there's going to be a Boba Fett movie, but I think he'll be in that movie for sure if there is, because in episode 6 we hear Han say, Boba Fett, like he knows who it is, but, or no, in episode 5, no, which, one of those episodes, but...
I think it was...
What?
Oh wait, no, it was Return of Jedi, I think.
Yeah, I think. But, it was Return of Jedi. So I think there's history there. And I think that would be cool. And then I don't know what the third movie would be. Some people are saying he could be in Rogue One. I don't think that's the case. I would like that, though. I think that'd be good. But maybe Obi-Wan movie, just like a cameo. I don't know. Anyways, well, what do you think about this?
I mean, it's not a Han Solo trilogy.
There's not enough story in there.
Especially Disney, they always do this. They always sign everybody for more than 2 pictures. They always sign people for more than 2 pictures because they do not want to have another Robert Downey Jr. situation where they have to give him $2 million for each movie.
No,
now.
two?
Because
it's like $24 million.
Is it?
Yeah. He was the second highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Yeah, they don't want to have that. So they sign everyone. Like, look at talking about Marvel real quick. Look at Sebastian Stan, Winter Soldier. He signed for 7 movies when he first got his contract. He's not getting 7 Winter Soldier movies.
And
he's gonna be in different movies like that. It just gives them the leeway where it's like, okay, we need you, come back. We don't have to do a contract negotiation. It's like you already signed. So he'll be in the Han Solo movie. If they want to make a sequel to the Han Solo movie, now they have the right. They can do it. If they want to make a trilogy, they could do it now. But there's also the Boba Fett movie. There's Rogue One. So yeah.
Yeah, like, I think when they sign these actors, it's not necessarily that they plan on doing all those movies. It's just that, like, it's an insurance thing. So, like, just in case they want to, they have the ability to, and they don't have to renegotiate a contract if an actor has a bigger ego now or whatever. And I think that's the case with this. I don't think he's definitely not getting a trilogy because he's not the character that you want a trilogy. The dude already got a trilogy. It's called the original trilogy. So I just don't think there's enough stories to tell, you know?
Yeah.
For a trilogy. And then speaking of movies, the last piece of news we're going to talk about today. So J.J. Abrams said, when asked what anthology, or I keep calling it that because that's a cooler name, what Star Wars story he would like to see, he said he would really think it'd be cool if they made a Knights of Ren movie. I think that'd be really badass. I think they're going to explore the Knights of Ren heavily in Episode 8. What do you think of this?
I mean, it would be interesting. Like, I just want to know who the Knights of Ren are. I want to know more about the Knights of Ren because we remember when, like, there was all those articles before Episode 8. Oh my God, or before Episode 7, it was like the Knights of Ren, the Knights of Ren, the Knights of Ren, and then we barely saw them in Episode 7. I was expecting to learn more about them, but we didn't. So hopefully we learn a lot more about them in Episode 8, and then we could talk about a Star Wars story movie.
Yeah, I mean, all we got was in that flashback, which we saw in the trailers, which kind of sucked. Not the flashback, but we saw it, and that's all we really got. But
also, I think the Knights of Ren are in Aftermath.
The Acolytes of the Dark.
Acolytes Beyond.
And we've got this reported scene in Episode 8. Slight spoilers if you don't want to know about it. Where the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren attack Luke and Rey on Act 2. So, take that for what it is. But a Knights of Ren movie would be dope, but there's no way we're going to get it just because they're going to explain it in the movies. But I think, in my opinion, a movie that has Knights of in the title that I'd rather see than Knights of Ren is Knights of the Old Republic. That kind of movie would be dope. Darth Bane movie, come on now. Cast someone cool. Josh is going to say Dave Bautista in like 12 seconds, or The Rock. Imagine The Rock as Darth Bane.
No, Batista. Batista needs
Jonathan
to be Darth
Chow,
Bane.
dude. Jonathan Chow.
You need Batista to play Darth Bane, but
and someone else has to be the
voice.
voice. Yeah, I heard this before.
Yeah, but the viewers haven't heard this before.
Yeah, they have.
They have?
Yeah, I've asked the same question.
Oh.
And the same thing.
Well, they're going to hear it again.
Yeah. Okay, so that is going to do our show. If you are listening on this to iTunes, please sub to the channel and give us a rating. If you think we suck, give us a 5. If you think we're great, give us a 5. Give us a 5 no matter what. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Josh's channel, Grand Moff Josh, no spaces in between. You guys can check us out on Twitter, officially at Force Talk Pod. My name is Trey Mitchell. You can find me on Twitter at the Treyinator, TheTreyinator, and Josh at Joshua7520. So that will do it. May the Force be with you always.